Police traffic stop turned deadly when the suspect took off and crashed into another driver.
It happened in the Portland neighborhood last night. Jim Stratman joins us now from the scene of the crash. Jim, break this down for us. What can you tell us?
Yeah, Grace and Eric, that crash happening around 6:20 last night. Scene is now cleared up as investigators continue to look into what happened, but it's a very sad situation. LMPD saying that yesterday as well, because the victim in this crash was not involved in the initial traffic stop. They were simply driving their car as they normally would. Now, again, this all happened around 35th and Bank over in the Portland neighborhood. Police say they started an initial traffic stop around 33rd and Flans, which is just about a half a mile away from where the crash happened. An LMPD spokesperson said that the officer who started that traffic stop had his license sirens on for about 11 seconds before that suspect fled. The officer then turned those lights and sirens off, and the chase moved over to 34th and Bank. Now, the suspect collided with another car in that intersection. We're told that both of those people, the drivers of both cars, had to be taken to U of L Hospital. We've learned that the victim in that car died from their injuries. The suspect in this case had non-life-threatening injuries, according to police. LMPD says several charges are pending against that driver, whose name has not been released as of this morning. Now, it wasn't until later last night that we learned the car that suspect was driving was reported stolen out of Indianapolis. Now, we are still waiting to see the name of that suspect and also the charges that that suspect will face. Again, LMPD saying that there are several pending as of right now. We, of course, will continue to update you as we get new information. Eric, Grace?
Learned here, Jim. Thank you so much. A woman who pleaded guilty to setting a deadly fire 7 years ago will be sentenced today. Denisha Peden admitted to starting the fire in an apartment building on Shanks Lane back in December of 2017. According to court documents, people living there had to jump out of windows to escape. Archimeda Riley and her 16 and 11-year-old daughters died. Last November, Peden pleaded guilty to murder and arson. She could spend up to 46 years in prison. She's due in court at 10 o'clock this morning.
A high-profile Louisville chef facing multiple charges of attacking a woman has pleaded not guilty. Darnell Ferguson, known as Super Chef, was in court yesterday. According to an arrest citation, the alleged victim is Ferguson's wife. She told police Ferguson entered her home, got into a fight with and strangled her, then left with her credit card and ID. His lawyers asked for his bond to be lowered to $5,000, but the judge noted his celebrity status wouldn't be favored.
I have been to his restaurant many times here in Louisville, and I'm certainly aware of Mr. Ferguson. I am actually watching his show right now on television with my kids. So, however, my decision is I'm going to treat Mr. Ferguson like any other person who would walk in here. Ordinarily, I would set a strangulation bond at $10,000.
Since bond was again set at $10,000, he just announced that his show, Super Chef Grudge Match, was renewed for a second season on Food Network. He first gained attention after opening Super Chef's restaurant in the Highlands. He'll be back in court January the 18th.
A Louisville family is asking for help finding a suspect months after a woman was lost to domestic violence. Last Memorial Day, Amanda Miller was shot in the parking lot of the CVS store on East Broadway in downtown Louisville. Metro Police have a suspect, her ex-boyfriend Maurice Byers. They still need tips from the community to find him. Amanda's mother tells us she saw her daughter for the last time when Amanda left a Memorial Day cookout and went to meet Byers.
There's going to be another Amanda Miller's mother sitting here. There's going to be more children without a mom that has to relocate their home, their whole life, everything, because one man couldn't take rejection.
Just in homicide cases in general, people have to talk to us for us to solve these things, and that goes the same with apprehending individuals. We depend on the public heavily for information.
Miller's family is offering a $5,000 reward for information that could lead to an arrest. If you have any information, you're encouraged to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD.
Today, we are expected to hear from former Louisville Metro Council member and 2024 High School Teacher of the Year, Kamar Rashad. Rashad was reassigned from his teaching duties at Breckenridge Metropolitan High back in October. JCPS said he was put on non-instructional duties. In a statement about his reassignment, Rashad confirmed he's the subject of a pending JCPS investigation and said he's, quote, confident the outcome will clear my name. Rashad is currently looking to serve as vice president of the Jefferson County Teachers Association.
A gift of $500,000 to Louisville's Water Step is turning one of our city's darkest days into a source of light.
It was made in honor of Tommy Elliot, one of the Old National Bank shooting victims. WHAS11's Connor Steffen and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie have the details.
It is truly a selfless and generous act and a beautiful way to honor him.
In one of the few public appearances she's made since losing her husband, Tommy Elliot, during the Old National Bank shooting.
I love you. Thank you.
Marianne Elliott looked formidable and graceful, accepting a $500,000 donation on hers and Tommy's behalf.
In the midst of deep loss and grief, there's not only a search for the evidence of hope, but how that hope might be inserted amongst the lives of others.
Joined by her friend of 16 years,
It's an amazing friendship that started there and that continues.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear applauded Elliott's strength.
And just to see how she continues to lead with grace, to try to use one of the worst moments I know of her life in ways that benefit other people's. You see a little glimpse of God there.
Using one of our city's darkest days to benefit the rest of the world. In Louisville, Connor Steffen, WHAS11, on your side.
Water Step leaders say they hope to bring in another $5 million in donations to expand the global project.